When you know that you are queer, but your favorite drink is beer, that's gayish. You can bottom without stopping, but you can't stand going shopping, that's gayish. Oh, gayish, you're probably gayish. Well, life's just too short for narrow stereotypes, so it's gayish. We're also gayish. It's Gayish with Mike and Kyle.
Hello, everyone in the podcast universe. This is Gayish,
the podcast that's a top in the streets and an emotionally devastated, depressed bottom in the sheets.
slash all the time, everywhere.
Slash, and life is sheets.
I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz.
We're here to bridge the gap between sexuality and actuality. And
your voice is the way it is.
It is the way it is.
Okay,
it might be like this forever now, Kyle.
New life, new voice, new you, new me.
I keep forgetting that I can't sing, though, so I'll get in the Jeep and I'm driving around, and then I'll start like singing, and I'm like, that's not working.
You sound like me when I sing regularly.
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about feet.
Super special, surprise, exciting guest that we have.
Yeah.
Ma Johnson.
Do I know her? Oh.
Who's she?
Hello.
Welcome. Thanks for being here in the studio with us.
Thanks for letting me fly over here.
Yeah.
All expenses paid, first class.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Uber guy wants me.
Wait, I picked you up.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, Jesus.
But first...
Oh, yeah, but first...
We're going to have a couple episodes, actually, that Ma Johnson's going to be on. So thanks so much. And you're welcome.
And you're welcome.
Okay, 100 words. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if I'm permanently like this now. So, just so everyone knows. So, we got 100 words, and I wanted to wait and do it when I could do the request, which was that it be dramatically read.
Mm-hmm.
And I had so many ideas for this character. I was using the McCormick method or whatever, the Comiskey method. I don't know.
The miser technique. I don't know what these things are.
Exactly. Me neither.
Okay.
You were just going to bark.
It was just, yeah, exactly. Anyway. So Kyle is going to do this one so that we don't have to wait until I'm better, which might be 2024.
Yeah, might be never. 100 words canceled. Yes. I like what I imagined. What we would have done from the beginning when we planned this is I am just going to read the 100 words.
All right,
so this is from Tim. Thanks, Tim. So, what do you think? Did you think that girl was pretty? How did that girl even get here? Did you see her? She's so short and that dress is so tacky. Who wears cheetah? It's not even summer. Why does the DJ keep playing Summertime Sadness? After we go to the bathroom, can we go smoke a cigarette? I really need one. But first... let me take a selfie. Because people were missing the song Selfie in our episode about selfies. Thank you, Tim. The one thing I will mention from Tim's email is that he is said he might be the only person posting hashtag #BeButchBeFabulous in TikTok, which our marketing department is all of you. And sometimes me when I have the mental motivation, but it's mostly y'all. So thank you for spreading our hashtag wide and far.
Great. Yeah. Thanks, TikTok.
Thanks. Oh, thank you. Did you just think TikTok instead of Tim, the person doing it?
Thanks, Tim Talk.
Thanks, Tim. You're one source.
I was just spreading hash browns. I didn't know.
That's your words. Sorry, you got me instead of Mike.
Yeah, me too.
We doing the news?
Yeah, let's do the news.
Shut your mouth hole. It's time for your ear holes. News.
Okay, so first, just a really quick update on the continuing story of the Club Q shooting. Apparently, we now have more information about the person that did it.
Yeah,
is the bad person here? Apparently, they use they/them pronouns, which many people think is just a legal strategy, but we have to go with it, right? Like that's the way that these things work. So they are a terrible person. Anyway, Anderson Lee Aldrich has been charged, but we're finding out now that apparently the FBI knew that this person was crazy for a long time and was on their watch list, and they did nothing about them. So
that's super frustrating.
Yeah, authorities.
I mean, these are if a million people would be on the watch list, based on my criteria, which is if you own more than maybe 2 guns, I would put you there, which we have such easy access to guns. That would be so many people.
Well, they were actually arrested June 18th of 2021 on allegations that they were making bomb threats against their family members, and it led to 10 homes being evacuated.
Oh my God.
And the case was dropped against them, but we don't know why, because Colorado law doesn't let us know what the reasoning was. So it might be they were totally not guilty. It could have been like a technicality, and they clearly were. Yeah. Who knows? But they were totally on the FBI's watch list because of this bomb situation. But then the FBI apparently closed its assessment of the case. And anyway, so for all of those people who were like, we just need the authorities to pay more attention and to do something, like they can already and don't. So,
like adding additional authorities to the mix in this is not gonna.
So what is the acronym the FBI stand for?
Fucking bitches.
Bitch idiots. Maybe.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch idiot.
Okay. News the first, which is actually also an update. So maybe we're just doing updates today. I don't know.
It's Update Corner, brought to you by Juergens.
Well, there's a lot going on. I'm worried about how to mash this much news into one episode. So I don't know. Anyway, news the first. So Brittany Griner was released from Russian detention. They put her on a plane, and she's back in the arms of her wife where she belongs. And we apparently could do nothing worse in the eyes of Republicans these days than trade a prisoner. I don't know. Anyway, we've talked about her a lot on the news, and she's back.
She's back. It's very exciting. I mean, there's obviously a lot of opinions, and there's shittiness to it too. But sometimes it's like, can we be happy for a day?
Yeah.
I'm excited she's back. That must be, I can't even imagine, a huge relief for all of her. There's still people that are in, oh no, I said it. Let's be happy. I'm not going to add caveats. So it's awesome. Mm-hmm. Welcome back.
I cleaned all the residue out of my curling iron before I boarded the plane this morning, just in case.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, have you made bomb threats against anyone in your... Yes, you're shaking your head. Yes, no. Already. Yeah.
No.
You use your curling iron to do bong hits? Is that...
Well, it's like a roach clip thing. Just say it.
All right. Well...
That's some kind of bomb can be made out of...
Curling irons?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Or like that's the trigger or something. I heard it in a podcast once, and everything podcasts say are true.
Yeah. I've often said that you're like the gayish MacGyver.
I've often said that I'm the gayish sex MacGyver.
Oh, okay. I mean, a hole is a goal, I guess. Okay. News the second.
Great.
I don't know if you've been following this at all or not, but an American journalist named Grant Wall has died in Qatar.
Oh, no, I have not been following this.
Yeah.
This is kind of like an update too.
Well, yeah, sort of. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know what order I want to say all of this stuff in. So, he is an LGBT ally and was outspoken against the Qatari government and got turned away because he was wearing a rainbow shirt to the stadium. But he's a journalist. He did a lot of work covering the World Cup. He's not just a rando that's going. He's there working as a journalist on the inside. And anyway, he got enough of a notice, again, because he was outspoken against the Qatari government and this rainbow shirt thing. He received numerous death threats.
Wow. And
stayed in country covering the World Cup anyway. Then December 2nd, 6th is a different number than 2. December 6th, he posted on social media that he was not feeling well. But that he thought he was on the mend. They gave him some medication, and then he said he was feeling quite a bit better. And then Friday, during the Argentina-Netherlands match, he, quote, fell ill. At least that's what the World Cup organization said. And he received immediate medical treatment on site, and then was transferred to Hamad General Hospital, and that he died. It's very unclear what he died from, what was wrong. Of course, many people are speculating that he was poisoned somehow, that somebody making those death threats against him made good on that. His brother is on record now as saying that he's certain that that's what happened. And he was also straight. So we've heard from his wife, who said, quote, "I'm so thankful for the support of my husband, Grant Wall's soccer family, and of so many friends who've reached out tonight. I'm in complete shock." Yeah, it's like fucking sketchy as fuck.
Yeah, the coincidences involved in all of that's too much to be taken lightly.
Yeah, I concur, Captain.
And we talked about David Beckham in the Patreon segment last week, and it just reminds me how big of a shit he is for being their ambassador. He will face no repercussions. He's too big of a name to, and someone who's a journalist is taking bolder action to support LGBT people than he is. Fuck him.
Yep.
No,
fuck
thanks.
that guy.
No, thank you.
Do you follow the World Cup, Ma Johnson?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In what way? Like
These
spiritually?
cups are my whole world. Right here. These 2 cups landed.
For those of you who are subject to the fact that this is an audio medium, she was pointing to her boobs.
I mean, I think, yeah.
I'm a 34 long.
Oh God. Anyway, it's a horrible situation, and
Yeah.
News the last.
Great.
Have you seen the video of the crying Congresswoman?
I've heard of it. That's one I can't watch this.
Okay. Well, U.S. Representative Vicky Hartzler of Missouri was on the floor of Congress sobbing because Congress was about to pass the legislation that codified rights for interracial and same-sex marriages in this country. She said, quote, "I hope and pray that my colleagues find the courage to join me in opposing this misguided and this dangerous bill." And what's really interesting is then now getting a whole bunch of play or press is her nephew.
Yeah.
That boy Gay.
That boy Gay.
It's fantastic.
Uh-huh.
He is her nephew and is totally calling out. Today, a United States Congresswoman, my Aunt Vicky, started crying because gay people like me can get married and just reads her to filth on this TikTok. It is magical.
Family members coming out and speaking up against shitty people, and especially shitty politicians, is my new favorite thing, because they have so much power in that situation. The cousin of someone, the son of someone, they have like an in. They can be like, no, that sucks.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. So he says in the clip, if you can't find it, Aunt Vicky, that's not right. Institutions of faith like religious universities are not being silenced. They're being empowered by the U.S. government to discriminate against tens of thousands of LGBTQ students because of a religious exemption, but they still receive federal funding. It's more like you want the power to force your religious beliefs onto everyone else. And because you don't have that power, you feel like you're being silenced. But you're not.
Yeah.
You're just going to have to learn to coexist with all of us. And I'm sure it's not that hard.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I forget who this started with, but someone was wearing a mask that said silenced or something. And it's like, you're a congressperson on the floor of Congress. You are one of the people making legislative decisions. You have the power. You are the person in power.
Yeah.
If you are standing on that floor as a representative, you are the person in charge, and you are not being silenced.
Yeah.
You are literally representing lots of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She needs reverse conversion therapy.
Oh my God, I love it. Like conversion, but like gay conversion therapy. Like,
right.
Let's make you gayer.
Yeah.
That's so
Or
smart.
sympathetic, or
have
just understand. Just
emotion.
get your head out of your vagina.
Put her in a room full of drag queens until she sobers
Cracks. There you go.
Yeah.
I love reverse conversion therapy.
I saw a follow-up interview with the nephew, Andrew, and he was saying that not only was he put through conversion therapy, he was put through conversion therapy by her friends.
Wow.
That he has since seen her make public appearances with the people that put him through conversion therapy. Yeah, it's really horrible. He's adorable though.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the news.
That's the news. Whew. I want to thank the following adorable people, our Patreon members. Michael.
Last week,
What?
I had to
You had to
intervene.
Spoon feed me a transition.
Yeah, and this time I was going to say these conversion therapists, which that's not good.
Oh no, they converted to being a Patreon member, which is
Exactly.
the best kind of conversion therapy. Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Michael Rios. I will pause a moment and say I looked up the pronunciation of Michael's last name. The first and only time I'm going to do that. I just looked at this name and was like, that's too many consonants together, and I don't know what to do. So you're welcome, Michael. You got treatment. I hope if that's not how you pronounce your name, don't fucking tell me.
Or do.
Nope, don't.
Okay. Tell me, and then I'll
Tell Mike in private. And Dustin Haldwin.
Sorry, Dustin, for fucking up your name.
Sorry, Dustin, for Mike's outburst and that I didn't have more to say about your name. If you want to be a Patreon member, you get monthly momsplainings and bonus episode segments. Join at patreon.com/gayishpodcast.
Yeah, do it.
Speaking of Patreon.
Yeah, we have them to blame for this, everybody.
Yes, I am back, baby.
Yeah, you are.
We submitted, this is our monthly vote where each of us submits topics and our gap bridgers get to vote on which topic we are talking about. So that's why we're talking about feet. I submitted feet. I have not won in quite some time. I just needed it. I just needed this.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a gimme. Although feet has lost in the past. It's lost many times.
Yeah.
It is a long time loser. So anyway.
Yeah. You believed in it. It was the little feet that could.
Oh,
and here we are.
Run, buddies.
Run,
little buddies. You
Also-
can do it.
Also, you seem very proud of yourself today. You seem chipper.
I've lost
upbeat,
so many times.
ready.
It's about time.
Yeah.
I'm always ready.
Great.
I voted for vagina.
Well, that was, we thought with the timing it'd be fun to talk about, but now's not the time for vaginas.
Vaginas are way up so feet are down at the bottom, go way up
That's
the
true.
food chain.
Well, if we are going, throat did win the tiebreaker vote.
That was my gagger.
It's going to be mostly an episode of that. Anyway, in addition to Patreon requesting this or voting on this topic, we'd also gotten this request from many people, one of which is Alan J. requesting to do feet. So,
yeah.
Also in Patreon, Chris Kachtorians commented, I need Ma Johnson's opinions on choke slams.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I don't know what that means or what that has to do with
I
this.
can define that for you.
Yeah? Can you?
Yeah.
What define choke slams?
Okay, do you want the news first and then the history?
The history
and
of
then
choke slams.
the history of... So just think about it. Break it down. You've got a choker, a chokey.
Yeah. And some slamming.
That's
Slamming.
All right. Love that definition.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just learned about smash, so I'm like, whoa, get my head around that deal. But
we're already learning so much on this episode.
No.
Anyway, that's why that's the history of why we're talking about this.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Did I answer the question?
I don't know. Did you? Do you have more to say?
You said words in response to the thing I said, which that's all that doing this podcast is. So
Okay, good. Yeah.
I think that's a yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Did I answer your question?
Gayish, the podcast that pretends it knows what it's talking about and definitely, for sure, literally doesn't.
All right. Well, so I was going to talk about the history of feet, but they've been around a while.
Since the birth of the first human, feet have played an important role in the mobility of humans.
Funny thing, Kyle. More than just humans have feet.
Get out.
It's
Shut
even
up.
before
Now.
that.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Instead, I'm going to talk to you about the history of foot fetishes.
As I was preparing, I was like, okay, we all know that an episode called Feet is an episode about foot fetish, right? Like, we just are accepting that that's the premise of this episode, right?
Yeah. Or measurement systems.
That's true. That's true. That's why we brought your mom in, to add some variety. Okay. I'm ready, though. I'm ready for it.
All right. Well, so first, we gotta talk about what a foot fetish is.
Okay.
And there are a lot of different sort of working definitions of it, but foot fetishism is this is Wikipedia, quote, a pronounced sexual interest in feet,
It's not a passing interest in feet. Pronounced.
Points of attraction may include the shape and size of feet, feet soles, toes, jewelry like toe rings, anklets, etc., treatments like massage, washing a partner's feet, or painting a partner's toenails, states of dress like barefoot, flip-flops, ballet flats, sandals, high heels, hosiery, socked feet, etc., foot odor or sensory interaction like rubbing the foot, smelling them, tickling, licking, rubbing genitals on foot, etc. And what happened with the sandals again? Are you going to talk about that later?
I took a picture because I thought it was funny when I was at my parents' lake house of my feet up on the like railing and the lake behind it, and then was
spell railing.
Sure. I posted something like hashtag chillaxing because I'm a cool dude. And someone commented about like, no, don't do this. Do an episode about foot stuff and you'll figure out why. And I think it's just, I saw this big Reddit thread. I was searching for this. If there's something that I just didn't know about this, that like, that's a big no-no in the foot world or something. And there were just a bunch of Reddit posts that were lamenting people that wore socks with sandals, especially during summer or during times when your feet could be out, because
it covers the feet.
It's just hiding the good stuff. And then someone else commented was like, this is a good time to have both an interest in feet and socks. So that person wins.
And gray sweatpants.
And gray sweatpants season is a thing in the gay world.
Yeah.
And not bunions.
They're a thing in mom's world too. Okay, so the reason I wanted to go into all of that though is I seriously thought about a foot fetish as just being like what they look like people lusting over your picture, and then like interacting with them either like on or about the face or in the mouth. And I had always in my head sort of separated out these other things like socks and shoes. I know that there are fetishes for those things. I had not like put them in the umbrella of like feet or the smell, like the runch aspect, the odor stuff. I had never really considered part of it either, but apparently it is. It's all interrelated.
Yeah. You seem particularly surprised by the interaction with genitals portion of it.
Yeah. Huh. I mean,
oh my God.
We have some, what? Oh God, Mom, what are you doing?
Your mom is rubbing my feet with her feet.
Oh, great. That's comfortable for everyone. This is.
I have no qualms.
Yeah, this is a great moment for us all.
Normal.
I just gave you some of my smell.
Oh no.
My feet, thank you. So some dude I hook up with next is going to be like, and a hint of ma.
Oh my God.
Tasteful melange.
Tasteful melange. Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk more about our personal stuff later.
Yeah. I've never had somebody put their dick on my feet, nor have I put my dick on their feet.
That's funny, Mike, because recently, very recently, a dude,
we could talk about personal stuff later, but here we go.
It's just relevant to this very moment.
Right,
like,
sure.
So I hooked up with a dude this week that it doesn't matter, and he's like into feet stuff, and I'm always like, cool, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't get it, not because I'm trying to shame you, I just don't know what you want me to do.
Right, yeah.
Do you want me to like put my toe in my mouth, or what do you want me to do?
Yeah. You can do that?
Seductively? Yeah, you can.
I haven't tried in a while.
Oh, give it a shot. It's fun.
Okay, great.
Do it now. And
I have a bad back, Kyle. I don't know.
And he took my feet and he made a little cup out of it and stuck his dick through the hole.
Oh, intercrural.
Like, yeah. So I was like, I didn't know that was going to happen. Totally down. And I was like, oh, you can make a hole out of that. Your feet can become a hole if you work hard at it.
Wow.
Yeah. Good timing. It's like that dude planned it. Thanks,
dude.
Whatever your name was.
Thanks. My feet make a hole. 32. Anyway, all of that counts or is considered like highly related. So much so that apparently, I know that you do data. I'm sorry that I'm going to say a gay thing. But in a 1994 study, 45% of those with a foot fetish were found to be aroused by smelly socks or feet.
I'm going to go ahead and cross that off my list of things I need to talk about.
which
Yes, very very connected, which I mean makes sense.
I don't. Yeah.
Seriously.
What?
Okay, so yeah. No, I'm with you. It makes sense in a weird way that you can't articulate or understand.
Oh, I mean, like if you like feet, there are things that come along with feet, and it would make sense that you might be more likely to like those things as well.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be just a general all-around like stinky? Because if you like butt smell,
There
you
are
like pussy smell,
Oh.
I
you like feet smell.
sometimes forget that straight people exist, so I didn't.
If you like barnyard smell,
barnyard smell,
if you like money smell, oh yeah,
ooh,
Which is really just all those other smells combined.
That's right.
Because money is filthy.
that's right.
money equals feet plus pussy plus barn. Weird math brought to you by Gayish.
There's definitely some biological components to what's happening here, just the way that it's been studied. Like there's some theories about how people's brains are wired that I'll go into in just a little bit. But foot fetishes have been documented for a really long time. There's a couple of erotic poems called To a Barefoot Woman and To a Barefoot Boy, written by the ancient Greek writer Straightest. So
I legit copied down the poem To a Barefoot Boy.
are you going to read it later?
Oh, either now or maybe on the Patreon segment.
Later? Yeah, let's do it later.
Yeah.
We will come back to that. The Hindu god Shiva was aroused by the sight of Parvati's feet in the 8th century text Skanda Purana.
Wow, it's a religious thing too.
It's a religious thing.
Damn, foot fetish. Didn't know that was God incarnate.
Yeah. Bertold of Regensburg in 1220 made a reference to like being super duper into feet. It's just it's not a recent thing. A lot of people think it's a recent thing, and some components of it are recent, and I'll go into that. But it's been around a long ass time, and we've been aware of it and writing about it for a long ass time.
It's so funny to me that there's a poem about like foot fetish.
An ancient Greek poem about foot fetishes.
Yeah.
For reals. Okay, so it is problematic when you start talking about fetishes because sometimes people ask the question why or how did that happen with that's bad and I want to blame something. And I want to be like I want to not yuck anybody's yum. I don't want to cast shame, and I definitely want to talk about the theories of why people are like this.
Yeah. The phrase "why people are like this" is also no. I agree. I also am very interested in what makes these things happen. It's interesting to learn about.
Because it's my jam, my toe jam.
Oh no!
You can cut that out.
So one of the first people to study fetishes was Sigmund Freud.
Oh God, I bet we've disproven everything he said.
He believed that fetishes arose during early childhood. There are people that are still into that as a general idea.
Maybe.
He suggested that when a child saw their mom's genitals, they were shocked to find that their mother did not have a penis, leading to a fixation on objects or body parts that looked like penises. And in the case of foot fetishes, Freud's theory states that they occur because a person perceives the foot or toes as a penis substitute.
I had a guy that viewed toes as penis substitutes.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Was that this week?
Boop. Just a little boop.
Just right up. Right in the hole?
You know. That's not true.
I don't.
It's hard to tell, right?
I don't know you. I don't know your life.
I don't either sometimes.
I mean...
Okay, Freud, everything's a penis. Guys.
With Freud, everything's a penis, and that includes feet, apparently, in his view of foot fetishism.
We have the rare opportunity where your mom is right here.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about Freud's theories of so much about your mom is based on lack of a penis?
Who is this?
Who are you? Why are you here?
Who are you?
Are you talking to me?
When did you land? So when the baby's born, you count the appendages, right? I think that because they're so cute and tiny, I think there is like a fixation from the parent aspect.
Oh, other way a little
cute
bit.
Little tiny feet,
Oh.
and then watching the progression of them, grow into a walkhood.
I have definitely, this little piggy went to market at an infant baby
Exactly.
before and thought to myself, I wonder if I'm fucking this kid up.
Yeah, no, you did. You are solely responsible. Fucked up kid. This little piggying, especially the one that got left behind or whatever the fuck the story goes.
Yeah.
But I think that because through history, certain parts of body parts were exposed and not exposed. So I think bare feet, maybe there was some sort of fantasy imagination about, okay, what's the rest of that look like kind of situation. And then, just narrow-mindedness, basically. If you can't expand your world into upper body parts, you're stuck at the feet.
Oh, wow. Bold stance on people that are into feet. Have you thought about the rest of the body?
Not really. I have my moments, but I would think more hand fetish appendages than feet.
Oh, I don't. Foot fetish is, or interest or whatever, is the top like sexual interest. So, it's but you're right. Hands can do a little bit more sexually, so that's interesting that we don't talk about hand fetishes.
Are there?
I mean, surely,
there are. Sure,
surely there is.
Well, I know, but it's not as kink. Because today, when I was doing my research for the podcast, that foot fetish is a huge, like up in the number 1-ish, 2-ish, isn't it? As far as kink for straight people or whatever. So which is very interesting to me because holy crap, there's a lot going on when you're walking through the whatever without shoes or with shoes or whatever. There's a lot of not good stuff that lands down there. So
that's part of the thing I didn't know, and I guess I didn't research this, so I don't know the answers. Like, okay, everyone has different interests, so. You described lots of different things people can like about feet. I didn't know. I was like, do you want me to wash my feet before you come over? Do you want me to not wash it? That's where I just need help on knowing what to do. And
the Jesus symbolism of washing the feet, Mary. You go, girl.
Jumping well ahead, but there are some safety risks according to healthline.com to
5-second rule.
Foot fetish play. And particularly when you don't like clean up first. And but first, STIs. Some STIs are passed through genital contact, but others can be shared by rubbing skin on skin, and feet have been implicated. Genital and oral herpes, HPV, and syphilis can all be spread through contact with skin and potentially feet. Especially because of the moisture involved. Skin infections. Molluscum contagiosum is a skin infection that causes lesions or raised bumps, can be shared through skin-to-skin contact. Impetigo is a highly contagious skin infection. Fungal infections like athlete's foot can also be shared through contact with infected skin or even shoes a person with an infection wore. And cuts. Sharp toenails can cut delicate skin around sensitive areas. Keep toenails trimmed and clean, and ask your partner to do the same if you anticipate getting your feet involved in the action.
And what about pinworms?
Well,
what about pinworms? Let's talk about pinworms.
Yeah.
They don't write. They don't call.
Jesus.
I mean, okay, all the things you described is like skin-to-skin contact, though. You're doing feet or not, you're doing a lot of that stuff anyway, so the additional risk of getting your feet involved, it doesn't seem that high to me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree.
So, I mean,
I think that was also, that particular section was in response to the idea that it's without risks as just foot stuff only and nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, what in life is zero risk?
Right,
though,
exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
My vagina, apparently, because I've got serious atrophy. No risk there.
Okay, so speaking about STIs, there was some research that was done that hypothesizes that foot fetishism increases as a response to epidemics of STIs. And that it kind of goes back to what you guys were talking about of like, have you considered the whole body? Sometimes people do consider the whole body, and it is dirty, bad, wrong, disease potential, and so those feelings get shifted to the feet because it's not the rest of the body. So like a couple of examples, there was a increased interest in feet as sexual objects during the great gonorrhea epidemic of the 12th century in Europe, and then the syphilis epidemics of the 16th and 19th centuries in Europe. And in the same study, they found that foot fetish depictions in porn was measured over a 30-year interval, and they noticed an exponential increase during the period of the current AIDS epidemic. And in all of these cases, it's believed that it's because sexual foot play was viewed as a safe sex alternative. So people tried it and got into it because other kinds of sex were not okay.
Yeah. They were like, oh, we can't do the sex stuff, or that's riskier. So let's get our bingo card of other options. And hey, feet seems good.
Yep.
But the condoms still taste the same on the foot or on the penis.
God,
absolutely true.
You need 10 condoms every time. So fucking frustrating.
Then I found a thing. I don't know how it fits in here, Kyle.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. There's another hypothesis about fetishes and foot fetishes, that they occur due to learning that being attracted to feet leads to a reward of some kind. Research suggests that people can link typically non-erotic objects or body parts to arousal through positive feedback and even monetary prizes. There was a study that took people and they exposed them to fetishized material that they were like kind of just a little into, and then paid them cash money and observed that they got even more into it over time, which I thought was interesting. What?
I don't understand who's getting monetary rewards other than the women of wikifeet.com. Like, who's making money off of feet? Who's getting rewards?
The subjects of the study.
No, I get that, but as a bigger representation, you said people might be into it because they're getting rewards of some kind. What rewards are people getting?
Yeah, it's always sex, money, or power, right? Like that's the.
But they're not like no one's being like, oh, I'm into feet. You're into feet. Cool. Here's $10 and let's do good sex. I don't know. I don't understand that.
Yeah, we'll have to ask these people.
Yeah. So the part of the fetish. I'm just thinking, my feet are hideous right now. I would die if some dude wanted to look at my feet even.
Something that people have said about just body type or attractiveness is people say, especially if someone thinks they are not attractive, well, you are not your type. If you don't think you're attractive, you may be other people's type. That could be the same thing for feet.
True.
Maybe your feet are not your type.
That's right.
Maybe your feet are perfect for someone else.
I'm thinking Bunyan City is where somebody wants to go.
You want to camp out in Bunyan City? I got a tent for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I will wrap this segment up of talking about where we've arrived with research and all of that. And a lot of fetishes have not been studied because they're not problems. And so if it's fine and not hurting anybody and everybody's just having fun, then there's not a lot of reason to go into it and figure it out. Now, this is an extreme example, but somebody was trying to articulate, like, what does it take for it to be studied? And this paper, it's called Sexuality in the 21st Century, Leather or Rubber, Fetishism Explained. But I loved this paragraph in the abstract. Fetishism, although not so rare, is often not seen in clinical conditions. Just like we were saying, people don't get treatment for it if it's fine. On such occasions, patients are referred to clinics as a referral from the courts, consequent to criminal or illegal activity. Cases who are sexually turned on by inanimate objects may fall foul of the law in a number of ways.
What?
In the UK, in early October 2015, a man was arrested for having had sex with 450 tractors. According to the news report, he was found to have over 5,000 tractor images on his laptop. He had a special desire for John Deere and Massey Ferguson tractors, particularly the green ones. He was into axle grease, which apparently turned him on sexually, and he was placed on the sexual offenders register. That is how they then got to study his particular fetish.
That's bullshit.
What part?
That's all bullshit. All of it.
You don't think a man fucked a tractor?
Did he hurt a tractor? Did he ever hurt a tractor?
That, yeah, I was thinking that, like...
did he tarnish the... Did he, like, the paint?
Maybe it was, like, someone else's tractor, you know?
Well...
I think that's a great question. The Daily Star headline in the UK was "Perv who romped with 450 tractors caught with 5,000 racy pics of farming vehicles." I don't know,
it could have been the farmer's calendar for the, like they do the firemen or the bodybuilders or the whatever. He could have maybe just thought he would, was doing a calendar shoot.
There's something there that I think when people talk about there needs to be some kind of issue. They tend to clearly criminal activity, whether we agree with the underlying cause, is one of those, or when it causes physical harm, I think is what people prioritize, which I think diminishes the mental harm that being judged for. A value in studying foot fetish or fetishes is to normalize it and say, hey, did you know actually a shit ton of people are into feet? You're not weird. You're fine. I think there's a big mental value to reminding people that you're just like everyone else and you're fine and whatever. I just think that approach to disorders.
But if it's normal, it's not kinky anymore, so it's not exciting, right?
That's true. The paradox of kink acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Dun, dun, dun.
this is amazing to me.
Uh-huh.
I got that from, it's a medical journal. On PubMed, it's the National Library of Medicine, National Center for Biotechnology Information, and they then linked to a article that says that mom is right. The whole thing was bullshit. It never happened, and yet it made it into this journal. So,
wow.
Cite your sources, everybody. Check your sources. A man did not fuck those tractors.
He was into horses, not.
But
we
talking
know
about
that guy.
Talking about kink shaming.
Yeah,
that
adds fuel to the.
But that also is like why that story spreads like wildfire, right? Like why it reaches critical mass where it ends up in an academic journal, because some part of us wants to kink shame him, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, I'm fascinated.
And
by
we
the
like
fact
the
that
red
was,
tractors as much as we like the green.
Yeah, that
tractors.
seems unfair.
That's horrible.
That's horrible. That's offensive.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk to me about some Gayda, Kyle.
Okay, I have some data, and I'm going to talk to you about it. So there was a 2018 study called "Tell Me What You Want" by
What you really, really want?
by
I'll tell you what I
Splash
want.
Spice. And it was by Dr. Justin Lee Miller. And Dr. Justin Lee Miller interviewed 4,175 people about various fetishes. And here is the data on foot fetishes. 14% of people had a fantasy about feet.
14%. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And 5% have a foot fetish. So the level, that's a higher level of bar than just a fantasy.
Okay.
What?
Which is interesting. I don't know. I mean, what's a fetish but a fantasy that's not turned into a hobby?
And how many podiatrists and petty and manny people are in that?
I wondered that would be almost
know?
a dangerous career path if you were super into that, because you'd just be like, oh, look at those bees.
I want to fix them.
I want to polish them. Whoa.
Fetish has I thought you were gonna. Fetish has an increased definition for it to be a fetish. It has to be kind of. I guess I don't need to guess. Like a fantasy is not just having a fantasy about a thing does not make it a fetish. A fetish, I think, is more intense or specific or something. Yeah. And we do have the breakdown by gender and orientation.
Great.
So
great.
Take a guess. Men versus women. Sorry, non-binary people. No one studies you. I can't do anything
Dudes.
about that.
Dudes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Totally.
Correct. And queer versus non-queer. Who has more foot fetish?
Non.
Gays.
Non and gays. Mike is correct.
Yeah.
It's the queers that. So 21%.
How much of that is though the phenomenon
not-
we've talked about a whole bunch of times of like when you're gay, you already have permission to do stuff that's outside of mainstream acceptable sex.
I was thinking, yes. Another thing I was thinking that I think applies to this anytime we talk about that scenario is you've also had to do some self-exploration. And so I think there's something there as well, is I've reflected on myself, my wants, needs, desires, who I am. And I think being queer is one of the paths that unfortunately you sometimes are forced to do. But I think that could be another thing that helps you understand yourself.
I'm with you.
Okay, 21, going from highest to lowest, 21% of gay and bisexual men have ever had a foot fantasy versus 18%, so 3 percentage points lower, of straight men.
Is that what the Mariah Carey song is about?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Just a foot fantasy, baby.
Thank you for singing because I can't.
Yeah, no
All
problem.
I really want Christmas.
Is your
Your
little
big
toes
foot
on my
in
dick?
me. Yeah.
Footing me, Bigfoot me. And then compared to for women, 11% of lesbian and bisexual women. So the difference between gay and straight men is 3 percentage points.
About
So
4 beers.
Yeah.
But then it drops down significantly to 11% of lesbian and bisexual women have had a foot fantasy, and then 5%, so less than half of heterosexual women. So it is just far less so a heterosexual woman thing.
Wow. No argument from you?
Well, unless you tie me up, then I'll love whatever you want me to.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Daddy, love those
God.
toes.
Okay, we're done with this segment now.
So let's keep exploring this. That's the Gayda.
Okay.
Do we want to do Ma Johnson's segment?
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah.
I definitely do.
Do I? Or do we want to take a break? Because I need a drink.
We can take a break.
Well,
Unofficial.
an unofficial break?
It's
Yeah.
just going to be a quiet. Ma Johnson, what do you have for us?
Well, it was a big, busy day flying over here. Boy, my arms are tired. And Michael picked me up at the gate 16 or whatever, and we went and couldn't go to Biscuit Bitch because they were too much of a line. But we did go to a fabulous restaurant. The soup of the day was Red Bull and vodka. So yeah, where did we go? Tito's?
Poquitos.
Tito's just the
little
vodka.
little TTs, little poquito TTs. Anyway, so when I got my unpacking etc figured out, I looked up slang words for feet
Okay.
in alphabetical order.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Okay, here's a good one: dog meat,
What?
Dog meat?
dog's meat. Yes,
What?
Because the dog is all the way down there.
And it's licking me.
my dogs are barking. Yeah,
I was thinking my dog licks my feet.
I was thinking your dog licks your feet.
Yeah.
and then the neighbor, and then you take them both out for to poop. Yeah, it's like the old rhyming slang in a rural America that refers to feet. My dog's meat are aching so bad. I need more comfortable shoes. Yeah, my dogs are barking. That's kind of a
I heard that one.
one.
Not the
That's
other
from
one.
Cheers. Norm. Foot bottom. Ooh.
Oh.
I didn't know that was in there.
That was
Foot
Kyle just
bottom?
last
Yeah, I
week.
guess.
Jamaica man. Oh, a
What's-
Jamaican slang for soles of the feet. My mother deserves some spa treatment to help remove the calluses on her foot bottom. That's bullshit. Footgasm. Now that's a good one. My feet make a hole. A sensation of extreme relief, relaxation, and bliss coming from a good foot rubber massage. Yeah, important.
Okay, are you into having your feet rubbed?
I
Kyle,
will
are
rub.
you?
I will rub feet. I mean, I don't have. But here's the thing: you have to have like a volunteer or an agreeable counterpart, right?
Yeah.
But I do enjoy a pedicure, but not for that reason. But just because it's part of it, I think, oh, that's really relaxing and nice. But
I like foot rubs, but also I'm like my feet I think are kind of weird looking, so I don't know. That's one of those self-conscious things that I might not do as much as.
yeah, well,
Do you like your feet rubbed?
Like I also like a pedicure from time to time, but not because of the rubbing of the feet. I just like to get my Fritos shortened every
That's
now
right.
and then. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever had like
it's kind of like just a human skin to skin kind of thing.
Like-
Remember had someone rub your feet?
I don't think so.
You
yeah.
you're on the couch, you put your feet up, and then you're like,
Oh, there's-
rub
it's
them.
great.
No, not really. No.
Really?
No, but I have
Yeah.
gotten a massage before. But by the time they get to my feet, I'm already asleep.
Oh,
Wow,
it's just whatever next partner you have, just like one time, just be like, I've never had this.
Okay. Great.
Do my
and you could do it with that protection. You could take your socks off. It's fine.
if you want to risk it.
Really, yeah, risk it. Okay, another one, hoof or hooves.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
And it's pretty straightforward, basic. You're a horse. Yeah, we're gonna go to Hopalong Cassidy, which everybody
What?
here. Hopalong Cassidy. Your grandparents don't even remember this dude. It's an old cowboy character, yada yada.
It's not
but it's
Butch Cassidy.
no, No Sundance in here, buddy.
Okay.
No.
Right.
I've never heard this.
Yeah, it's probably silent movies. I don't know. So somebody with an injured foot or leg, is a hop. Like, yeah.
Sure.
Got it.
Another Mexican one, I think. Kyle?
Las Patrullas.
Las Patrullas.
Yeah.
But lots of L's that are Y's, really.
Spanish one.
Literally translates to officers on the beat. So they're talking about Mexicans slang for foot, feet, legs, but it would be pertinent to like an officer on the beat sort of thing.
Oh, like feet on the ground.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of calling your toes cops because you can just walk all over them.
Yeah.
Well, toes are bastards.
All toes are best.
Plates of meat. Cockney.
Oh, yeah.
You fuck one goat. Rhyming slang for feet.
I don't know if that is Cockney rhyming slang, but Cockney rhyming slang is usually the first part of a phrase that rhymes with the thing that you're actually talking about. So they would refer to their feet as plates because plates of meat rhymes with feet. So therefore feet are plates. Go ahead.
It's a bad day to be in Ireland and
I don't
crack.
Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, that's out there, but that's what I know
y'all.
about Cockney rhyming slang.
Here we go. Cock. Knee.
Putting the cock in
Cock
Cockney.
on the knee and the feet.
If it's down to your knee, call me.
Woo! Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah, a gross reference. Oh, good. To thick calluses on the feet that look like popcorn.
Oh, God.
Wow,
We're going to go to
interesting.
Tootsie's. We know that one.
My favorite movie about a drag queen.
That's right. This slang is used to substitute toes and feet in a common setting. And Uggies.
Uggies.
Uggies. That's
Australian
mean.
slang for something that keeps the feet warm. So Uggs are very expensive boots, whatever.
Yeah.
So you could say you have Uggo Uggies?
Oh, I have ugly Uggies. Uggos. Yeah. Wrap up. Hey, congrats. Oh, no, that's the wrap up.
Oh.
That's all. So there you go. I don't know how many that really was, but there you go.
Some of those I've never heard of.
Yeah, me neither.
Me too.
It's funny because we have so many like how many words are there for dick? There's like 4 fucking million of them,
Vaginas.
or
Yeah.
vaginas for that matter.
Yeah.
But like,
None of those were as common. Like that's not a.
yeah, but feet. Like I can't think of like anything that you regularly.
My dogs.
Dogs.
Dogs
yeah.
is the-
My dogs are
that's the one,
barking,
yeah.
but like
Yeah.
that's kind of it, right?
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Huh.
We care less about
Zapatas.
zapatos. Yeah.
Zapatas. Yeah. All right. So let's go on to the next segment of
Is that you, Mike?
Yeah.
Where-
I was gonna-
where's my penis definition.
We can do this really quickly.
Okay.
This isn't going to be a lengthy segment, but reflexology is the idea that foot massage or alternatively hand massage can specifically help parts of your body in a
Yeah.
mapping kind of way.
Yeah, I always was dubious. Like, yeah, you press your palm in this one spot, and that'll make it so your headache goes away, or that'll manifest glory holes.
Yes,
or whatever.
yeah, that is reflexology. Yeah, so it's the idea that like every part of your body has a place on the bottom of your foot that corresponds to it, and that you can restore balance and solve problems in that other area by massaging that proxy area on the bottom of your foot, or again on the palm of your hand. It's there's like apparently reflexologists believe that there's an energy field or chi that is being blocked that can prevent healing, and so then that's like you got to like get your chi going. I don't know. It's just the whole idea is really fascinating to me because it's been around for a really long time. It was brought to the United States in 1913 by William Fitzgerald, MD, and he showed that there were a bunch of like historical traditions that had elements of reflexology, but he's the one that first came up with this idea that it could have an analgesic effect or an anesthetic effect, that they could get rid of a headache by squeezing right here, or also on the bottom of your foot.
This sounds like a chiropractor is like, it could sound medical and like it's real, but it's not actually. This is giving me those vibes, but
So
maybe
is
that's
this
just because
like
I'm judgy.
Sort of a acupuncture
Yep.
ish sort of. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Although it amazes me that they fucking pay for acupuncture. Insurance pays for acupuncture.
I love the poke. No.
It should be said, there is no convincing scientific evidence that reflexology is effective for any medical condition.
There it is. Once you started talking about energy fields or whatever, I was like, I think I might be out.
Quantum bullshit.
Yeah.
But I was fascinated with the idea when I was a kid, and Mom's dad, actually, Grandpa Bob, gave me a book on reflexology.
Yeah.
And for a little period of time there was a young Mike Johnson that was running around going like, oh, my throat hurts. I'm gonna rub my, soul, or I don't. Anyway, that's reflexology. It's just the whole idea that like your feet are magic, and you can fix your sinusitis by rubbing your big toe.
That's why we pick our nose.
Yeah,
with our foot.
I don't think I could. Okay, so
what's this?
I have a couple things I have not. There's a poem. I have some top sexual fantasy things, but I think what I'm gonna I'll do those in Patreon.
Yeah.
What I want to wrap it up with is foot tapping.
Foot tapping. Yeah.
Is that like this?
Is that just the
Nope.
The
it's the phenomenon of what, Mike?
Of like jumping your leg up and down by tapping your foot.
No.
Oh no! This is how Senator Larry Craig ended up getting kicked out of Congress.
There
it
is.
Yeah.
Better memorize the shoe type when you see him outside the John.
I legit sometimes will sit crooked on a public toilet because I don't want them to even see my feet and think I'm tapping at them.
I will tell you the process so that you don't accidentally do this. It is not just you put your foot there and it might be mistaken and now you're in.
Oh, is this like when you teach your dog when to bark so that it doesn't bark at other times?
Yes.
Okay, great.
But you won't. But also, you will. My dog sometimes barks at random things. You will not accidentally do this.
Okay.
Pavlov involved in this tapping?
Pavlov's foot.
Okay.
That's a weird fetish. Okay. Most of what I'm about to tell you was from an article on Mel Magazine by Jake Hall. And what we're talking about is called tapping. For those that don't know, there is a thing where underneath bathroom stalls, you can tap your feet and do a specific thing to signal to people that you want to like get down sexually with them.
Great.
And part of the reason
in the stall.
In the stall, through the stall, I
always assume that means like one of us is going to put our dick under the thing into the other stall, but like that's it, like a glory hole situation, but very low to the ground.
Yes, but the glory hole is a long stretch of open space at the bottom of the thing. Yeah. Or there's also you can present your ass.
Or you can present your feet that make a hole.
Or if you, that's a risk. Like, what?
Mind blown.
Yo, that you can like put your ass
blown.
up?
No, all of this.
Oh, all of this. Oh, great.
First, the journey I went on was first I was like, could I get my hole down there? I don't know. Am I willing to try? No, but maybe for science. And then I was like, and then the mom said the thing that she said. I was like, oh my God, take your socks and shoes off and put your foot vagina under the hole. Like that's that's a risk. I hope you're one of those 10% of people that are into this. The poor custodian, just wants to clean the bathroom and rolls in there. And
custodian is what I call my tongue.
Oh.
It's going to clean that shit up.
Let us know if you're into that, everybody.
Okay. One of the reasons it originated is because gay sex is criminalized, so gay men specifically have to find other places to do this.
Yeah.
One of the
just like life in Jurassic Park, gays will find a way.
Gays always find a way for sure. An early example, in 1964, LBJ's aide Walter Jenkins was arrested for soliciting sex in the men's room of a Washington YMCA.
Apparently, LBJ had a giant penis and would show people all the time, like in the White House.
Putting the J in LBJ? Putting the BJ in LBJ? No, never mind. Come back
Maryland.
to me.
Derek, look that one up. Am I making that up? Is there a different president?
JF fuck.
I think it was LBJ.
So restroom hotspots are in the UK called cottages. in the U.S. are called tea rooms.
I've heard it called cottaging before.
Yep.
Like it just makes me think of cottage cheese. Which
I don't love
Fermunda.
that.
Fermunda, right? Like cottage cheese.
Fermunda?
Yeah.
Fermunda cheese. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love that name.
Yeah.
Okay. And here is the process.
Okay. Step 1.
Step 1.
Cut a hole
Gay.
in the box.
Okay. You tend to pick the furthest stall from the door. Some people do this strategic. If it's an airport, they'll put their bags down kind of in front of the door to block a little bit of the view from other
A
people.
privacy curtain made of luggage.
Yep,
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Us gays are nothing if not resourceful.
Yeah.
You pull your pants and underwear all the way down around your ankles to the ground.
Okay.
And
You don't?
Every day.
do you pull your pants
Hello.
all the way down?
If I'm going to shit,
But like, I don't put them all the way to the ground.
yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, that's.
No,
You,
do I?
You're looking at me like I'm the weird one. You're the weird one.
Okay. Weigh in, everybody. Like, yes.
Not all. You do like pull them down enough like to your legs, but you don't put them around your ankles.
All the way down. All the
Why?
way down.
What do you need that much leg breathing room for?
You don't know my process, Kyle.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, but
it's
here
way
we
better
are.
than when he
'Cause-
was little, walking to somebody's house and just
Because
stripped
my
naked.
massive giant cock and balls is in the way if I can't spread my knees apart far enough
Oh,
to make room for them.
okay.
And the only way to accomplish that is to put my trousers on the floor.
Okay.
Unless there's a squatty potty.
Ma Johnson, when you go into a stall, do you
Yeah.
put your pants all the way down around your ankles?
Girls are way hell no different. No.
Okay, so you say no. Okay, Mike's the weird
Do you
one.
guys
Cool.
put the paper toilet liner?
No,
poop
that's
you?
the dumbest invention.
Bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah, I just like give it a little wipe usually.
Yeah, I know.
We're not talking about that, even though Mike's weird.
Don't
and
cover
wrong.
up your shoes with your pants and underpants, right?
Well, you need your shoe or foot to be free because the next
Good.
step is
There we go.
put it a little bit
Mm-hmm.
over so the other person can see and tap. You start slowly. The other person will tap, and you'll go.
Tap once. Tap like SOS. Tap.
There is this theory that gay historians have not validated, or in this article they were like, I asked 3 people and these gay historians had never heard this, but some things are lost to time, blah blah blah. But anyway, one theory was you tap 429, which spells gay if you're hitting it on a phone pad.
Nobody can
What?
count to 9
Morse
in a public
code?
bathroom.
No.
If you're in a
No.
public bathroom, you can't count to 9. It's too much for you. You got poop on the brain. So then after
Must be poop on the brain.
I was thinking that and
Yeah.
didn't do it. Then you graze your feet.
What's a graze? What?
Like you rub them together?
Yep.
Like you're a cricket?
But like, I don't think you go like, I think you because all of this is you got to make it seem like it could be innocent. So you're going to graze first. You're going to
I
pass
want
it
to
by.
see you do a video of this.
Like
one.
I want to see me do a video of this.
I know, right?
rub your feet together, but make it sexy, but make it casual.
Not,
Yeah.
Don't rub your own feet together. You're grazing their foot.
See, I'm glad we clarified. I would have been like rubbing my feet together. Like a
Like, you're
weirdo.
just like, well, you can't because your pants are around your ankles. You don't have the foot dexterity because you got rubber bands around your.
Just to spite you,
I don't know
I'm
why
going
I'm
to take
so
everything
angry.
off and hang them up on the hook.
I don't know why I'm so angry at this. Then you wave your hand under the stall.
Oh.
Some people, when they do this, will ensure their wedding ring is visible.
Is there a white flag on that, like a toilet paper waving that shit?
I surrender to
I
our
surrender.
sexuality.
Oh, God.
Then, so all of this is to, many of these steps.
Why is that step necessary? If you've gotten to the we're playing footsie, isn't like we're already clear what's happening?
All of this is let me be sure that I know what's happening in a plausible deniability kind of way. So if I graze your foot, that could have been an accident.
No, it could not
No.
have. But go ahead. Go
Yes,
ahead.
yes, it could.
No,
I
it
could
sure
move
could.
my foot and it accidentally touches.
You know what is not an accident?
What?
You kick into Adele. Hello, this is me.
If you sing that from your stall, you definitely want to get fucked.
Definitely.
So then you wave your hand, then this is where you present your dick or ass, or it said the other option is then you wave your hand to say, no, you go first.
Oh, do the come here
Red
gesture.
Rover.
Yeah. So, okay,
Red Rover.
that's the process. And like you said, one of the most notable times this happened, Larry Craig, a Republican, in 2007
From
was
Idaho. Is that where he's from? I think so. Anyway,
Probably Ho in it.
I was going to say
Probably.
he is
Yeah.
Daho by in the bathroom.
Yeah.
No judgment.
Could
Hashtag-
you like present your mouth?
Oh, that's a good idea. But then I think you see your face, which I think part of the goal is not.
Do you not
that-
have duct tape with you? That's not a thing.
Wait, where does the duct tape go?
yes, he was from Idaho.
Yes. He's from Idaho.
Okay, both of you, focus. We're almost there. I'm to scold both of you, including you, Mike.
The blindfold.
Hot. Okay, Larry Craig and 40 others were arrested in a public restroom in the main terminal of the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport
Hold the phone.
in 27 from May to August.
Hey, Kyle.
What's up?
40?
40.
40?
He and 40 other people were arrested.
At the same time?
No, from May to August.
Oh, God. Okay.
So, like, they have these things that seem to go over a period of time, not one day.
I was just... It was a 40 dude orgy at the Seagates. And like, what?
That's hot.
Okay.
I wish.
Great.
We're not talking about my fantasy. We're talking about reality
yeah,
here, Mike.
Yeah.
Another recent example that I saw in the news. No. Something I wanted to mention. Caution, Mike Johnson.
Yes.
Some of those 40 people were arrested not for doing this real, toe tappy, like this whole thing. Oh, the reason he got caught is there are often like undercover police officers that know these codes, and some of them will get arrested just for doing these codes, which none of what I described is
Illegal should be.
Should be legal. But they are arrested anyway, and that's part of the having plausible deniability and several steps to make sure is like, yeah, so he apparently got
Counterpoint.
Yeah.
If I'm dropping a deuce and your foot touches my foot, I should legally be able to stab you.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's true. The glory hole is just a stabbing hole. Like,
Uncounterpoint. Can't you just wave one of your hanky code colors under there?
Ooh.
that's a good idea.
Woo!
That's a really good
Oh,
idea.
drop your hanky.
And then you
Oh.
can pass along a little bit more info on what you want, other
That's
than
right.
just okay. But some of these 41 suspects were arrested because they responded to online posts by men looking to arrange a quick hookup as they pass through the airport. So I'm just saying, if you use Grindr in the airport,
Hypothetically.
hypothetically, I'm just saying, watch out. Just watch out.
Yeah. I've used Grindr sitting next to you at the airport. So, like,
I know whenever we go somewhere new, I'm like, oh, Mike's on Grindr right now.
yes.
Okay, what about Match?
Match.
Oh, I thought you said Matt, like my brother Matthew.
Yeah, Matt.
your
What about
other
Matt?
son.
His hanky. No.
Another example that they gave in 2019 in DC in the Meridian Hill Park, there were 26 arrests in a 1 week period. So it's
Good God.
I mean, there are recent examples of gay men being arrested for this kind of behavior, which is, I don't know, kind of weird to me. It's like the tractor fucking. It's like, how much harm is this really causing, and what's the priority? But anyway,
unlike tractor fucking, this is really happening.
Yeah.
That's true. This is real.
Exactly. Who, what? Like you want to hook up and then what is the problem?
You are in a public space, so someone like don't involve other part of the whole
But you can
seems
sit
like,
at a bar and go, hey, you want to fuck? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And walk out.
It's my ideal.
Right.
So anyway,
But you can't then fuck at the bar, right?
Oh,
Like, that's-
yes, you can.
I mean, you can. Should you? Is that legal?
In the bathroom.
It's a good
In
way
the
to get kicked out of Applebee's.
yeah,
But,
okay.
wow.
When
Safeway, they hate it there. Fuck.
in How I Met Your Mother, when straight people do this, like go to the bath, we're newlyweds, we will go to the bathroom and fuck.
Yeah.
People celebrate it, they enjoy it, they think
Exactly.
it's hot. But if a
Yeah.
gay dude does it, very different. I'm not saying either is okay. I'm just saying part of this is not saying whether it is technically right or wrong. Part of it is what is your judgment and how is it different based on the orientation of the person we're talking about.
Yep.
And I think that's
Right.
anyway. This is a part of gay culture. You will hear people talk about foot tapping. This is a thing, and I'm glad I've been able to illuminate it for all of you, and that I'm disgusted by Mike now.
Great. Now? It
And
took
Ma.
this long?
And Ma.
No, you're still okay.
Okay, good. Yeah.
But there's more to this episode, so
There we
we'll
go.
see. Yeah.
Did we do it?
Yeah, we actually
Mom, did
talked.
we do it?
My vagina's, yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
I've checked in with my vagina. We're both good. We talked about more than fetishes, which I'm surprised that we did. So
Yeah.
good for us.
And
Yeah.
feet long.
Yeah.
and increments of inches, feet,
Yes.
boy inches, girl inches.
So many things. I don't love the phrase boy inches.
I do. I'm here for that one.
Because they go like this. They go, how big was your fish? Because there's a girth and there's a length. Yeah,
I get
okay.
this. Mike,
What?
help us out.
What? Oh, should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Oh,
Let's take a break.
You're the only person that can get us out of this.
hello, it's me. I'm on the other side of the bathroom stall. Rub my feet.
Let's take a break, please, now. God.
This is the part where Mike and Kyle take a break.
So are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
We're going to do our Gayest Straightest.
We're going to do our Gayest and Straightest, but first, the Gayish Secret Santa is coming up. I believe they've landed on December 21st as the date for it.
You people, it's too late, so people have already signed up. We're already, make sure you remember to get your gifts and have that they arrive in time.
Exactly right. Yep. And our website is gayishpodcast.com.
We have several communities across the internet, most prominently Discord, Facebook group, and on Spaces. You can actually find more about our communities that you can join at I think it is gayishpodcast.com/contact.
Good work.
Hash brown ma.
Do you know our hotline, Mom?
1-800 give me a blowjob. No, I don't.
5855 Gayish. That's 585-542-9474. Standard rate supply.
Our email is gayishpodcast@gmail.com.
And our physical mailing address is Post Office Box 19882, Seattle, Washington, 98109.
And my phone number is 1-800 get the fuck away.
Let's do our Gayest Straightest.
Nope. First, the local gay bar review. I'm going to do a local gay bar review. This time, I'm going to talk about the Roundup Saloon in Dallas, Texas. It is massive. That place is fucking gigantic. There's a huge ass dance floor, and there's
It's
a
not
huge
gay,
ass
though.
upstairs. It is gay.
Gayish.
It's gay.
Oh, right on. Cool.
It was gay when I was there anyway.
Nice.
There's dancing. There's a pool hall. There's an outdoors bar. There's an upstairs hangout place. This place is just, it's gigantic. I went again with Dallas Check and Joe and Dallas when I was there.
Hey, buds.
And there is a picture this time. I always forget to take pictures at the local gay bar review gay bars, but I definitely have a picture from this one.
Nice.
And on top of being amazing, and I loved it, a dude yelled at me across the upstairs decking, "You're really handsome."
Oh,
4.5 dildos.
Oh, of course.
God, I'm just what's a bar got to do? You know,
Gotta hook up with Michael.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
you got to do foot stuff in the bathroom for it to get 5 out of 5.
Exactly. But the bar also has to be good. Like I got laid in Argentina, but the bar wasn't up to par.
Yeah,
it needs to be a bar that's up to par.
Yeah.
And a going home moment.
Yeah, one alone does not cut it.
Right.
Yep.
Anyway, that's that. So now we can do our Gayest and Straightest if you want to.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, great.
My gayest is going to gay trivia.
Oh yeah.
Quiz Daddy Chris does.
You love it.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I went and was reminded on why I don't go. I don't like trivia. I'm not good at it. I feel uncomfortable. So, but Quiz Daddy Chris does a great job running trivia. So that part's fine. It's me. I'm the problem. # Taylor Swift.
Chris Hagee from the We Read Movies podcast.
Yeah.
Tuesdays at Madison Pub in Seattle. Go.
In Seattle, Washington. That's
What's
something.
today? I only eat on
It's
Sunday.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My straightest is, boy, I fell flat on my ass when I was walking over here.
Oh.
And it was because it's raining, and there's like a metal grate that I just decided to walk over. And you know those when people are like,
Were you wearing that black puffy coat?
no.
No. Okay.
Skirt.
Thank God, because that thing's like a toboggan. You would just like.
Oh, I just slide down the hill. I'd get here faster.
Tripped on your skirt? No?
I was wearing some pants, so the
Oh.
situation set itself up to be not too bad. But like, fall on your ass, great equalizer. Everyone, gay, straight,
Yeah.
dumb, smart, everyone can do it. I just felt like a regular human then.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah. Okay. So the gayest thing about me this week, I went to brunch with my mom, and but especially throughout that process, just walking around Capitol Hill with her and my joy at all of the gay shit, fucking rainbow crosswalks and like a whole thrift shop that's gay themed, and like dude was wearing a pup mask just walking down the street at like 11:30 this morning. It was magical, and I felt super gay. It was great. It made me happy to live in a city that has all of that.
That's my neighborhood.
And then the straightest thing about me this week, which Mom reminded me, the Jeep is disgusting. I've literally never cleaned it, and you can tell because there's boomer dog hair all over it.
Oh.
I have not had him for like 3 or 4 years now. So
Yeah.
He may have died in there, actually.
You add up all the hair, you might get a new boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Oh.
Yeah.
Hashtag goals.
Hashtag new boomer.
Hash brown, clean it. No.
Clean it.
One of those little air freshener little trees would not cut that. Okay, so my straightest is that I have a low, so my car was going, hey, flat tire, low tire, whatever. So I have this little gauge, went around, checked all the tires.
Gauge.
Gauge.
I heard
What did it
gay.
say? Gay?
I heard gauge.
I'm in
Okay,
this
great.
room. It's just like, yeah. Unscrewed the little doodah, did my tire pressure thing, yada yada.
You fixed your car?
Frequently, well, ish. I drove it to La Schwab, and they said I had a leaking bead.
Seems pretty rude.
Yeah. Get antibiotics for that.
I know, right? Well, that's a whole nother segment. And my gayest is I went to brunch with my son, Michael Johnson, at
Poquitos.
Poquitos, and there were 3 gaggles of gays and a gag. Just one.
Just one.
A gay.
Unfortunately.
Good. Yeah. So there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Feet people. You've lost many times, and this time you won, and
I hope it was worth it.
I hope it was worth it.
My bunions, thank you.
Yeah.
I thank you to all of the foot fetishists out there that just like hung in there with us, and they never lost hope.
Yeah.
And they continue to lobby even despite the jaws of defeat.
Yep, they're a resilient community that rely on each other for support and love and foot acceptance.
Plus, they're, helping out the pedicure community.
Yeah.
They put so much money back in the community.
There we go. Yeah.
Also, thank you to the following foot fetishists: Christopher M., John Crowley, Stephen Porch, Yost Osel, Harry Shaw, Josh Copeland, Jonathan Montanes, Forrest Snell, Patrick Martin, James Barrow, Steve Douglas, Explosive Lasagna, Just Jamie, Kevin Henderson, Thomas B., Dusty Sanzay, Coleman, Chris Cacciatorians, and Jerome York. Thank you all.
Thank you all. That's it. This has been Gayish from the Chris Cacciatorian Studios. I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz. Until next week, be butch, be fabulous, be you.
See you next week.
See you all.
Bye.
Yeah.
Love you, mean it.
Love you, mean it. You know what else has feet?
What?
Derek's wieners.
Okay.
Okay. So
No. They have legs.
with feet on the end of them.
That wiener has legs.
Wait a minute. Is this back to the metric system and the other system, the foot, inch system, and the, what are they, meters, millimeters?
You're measuring in feet.
Feet.
5855 gayish?
Never mind.